Well, hello everyone. Who do we have here? Let's say hello. V-Stag, Candy, Jim Smith, Daryl Deemer, Joe Coffee, hello. Who else do we got here going down my list? Mark, hello. Mark again. Ken, Kent's, Aquatic Ma, Edgar, Aqua Balls, John at KG Tropicals. I do have something to say to you, my friend. Keanu Reeves is here. Pam is here. Chris throwing down the $4.20 super chat, and there's this thing that pops up again. All right. It's cutting it off, though. We'll put it right there. Thank you for the $4.20 super chat. Let's see. HC Aqua, Ramphonic, Barbara Jackson, Fish Tank Barn. Look at all the green in chat. Gator Tracks, Tiger Bite, RJ Riz, Donald Fish Vibes, Orion J. White, Sydney Erickson, Wallace Freshwater Aquatics, Mike Candy, I already said you, Donald Fish Vibes. Bentley Pasco is here. It burns us. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, I forgot I was going to wear the green hat. I need to go get the blue hat, too. Is Haley here? Hello, Haley. If I missed you, it's nothing personal, but everyone's rolling in here. Boss Hog, JB, Gabriel, TJ Snyder, Mark Johnson. How's everyone doing today? Kyle Daniels, hello. It's been a while since you've been here. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen that name. So welcome back. TJ Snyder checking in from Chicago. Bob, I just bought an inch-long baby Fahaka after my shift. Let me move the chat closer to the camera here. I got the gray blue hat. I love it. Wearing it now, actually. Nice intro. Bob, you look skinny. What? Collar's not looking very sharp. Okay. If you say so. Tropical Freshwater Abodes. Hello. AV Stag, I redid a bunch of tanks. You got to come over and check it out. I need to make it over there one of these days, too. Aquatic Mall with the $5 super chat. Y'all. You all. What movie is that from? It's Chris Tucker. Rush Hour. Thank you, Aquatic Ma. I think that's supposed to say boom, but it says out of mana. Out of mana is what means. John. Let's get one thing straight. Let's clear the air. I don't hate small dogs. I don't prefer small dogs, but I certainly don't hate small dogs. Now, I do hate individual dogs. And my neighbor's dog is a small dog, and it is the most annoying jerk dog in the world. So I do hate that dog, but I'm definitely a big dog person. But I don't hate small dogs. I just prefer big dogs. Shelby Ray Lane, hello. Oh, man. So I feel like there's some news. But maybe we'll give it a few more minutes and let people continue to roll in. The red does not agree with the green screen. You can see the outline. I'm just now noticing that. And I'm saying a lot. So Ginger Graves is here. Well, okay, I guess we can be friends again. Good. Whew. Because if the nicest guy in the world doesn't like you, that really says something about me. So Bob hates individual dogs. He insists that you get at least 7 at a time. I wish. I hope one day that I have enough money to afford a pack of dogs. He hates nano dogs. I've never heard you say the exact town you're in. I used to live in Seattle. Going to take a stab. It's either Marysville or Monroe. The exact town, RJ Riz, is Marysville. Also, the name of the town that if I open a fish store, it will be in Marysville. Just moved into my college dorm. I assured them my 15-long river wild-caught mountain minnow tank was 5 gallons. Nice. Let's see, the thing that people don't know about fish, but you can get away with that. Did you just call me the nicest guy in the world? Me? Well, both you and Lisa are pretty nice. So maybe you just get lumped in and maybe she averages you down to nice. The combined average is nice. Yeah, John, you're a pretty nice dude. A pack of dogs, my golly, your yard be shredded. Well, ideally, if I could afford a giant pack of dogs, I could afford a place with some land. So that's the idea. That's the perfect world. That's what we're putting all this work into, and we'll get there someday. Mark Johnson, really looking forward to Aquashella in Chicago. Never been to an event like that before. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm not going to be there, but I know Aquashella is about 1,018 times better than the aquatic experience. Compliment, then take it away. What are you talking about? It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. So, anyways, I feel like once we get to 100 viewers, then I'll share the. It's not really a clickbait title. The future. No, we didn't clickbait this title. And VStag says, hit the like button. Do not forget to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Either way, I'm good as long as you hit one of them. Bob, get a hairless hair. You can put tiny sweaters on them. That sounds miserable. I was thinking John was nice after seeing the teaser vid. Left me hanging. Bad guy. You got to do the teaser vid. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had anything worth teasing, so I've never done a teaser video. I refuse to hit like without details. You'll get details. As long as, of course, I said once we get 100, then I'll share it, and then people left. Uh-oh. I forgot to turn off my notifications. All right. I don't know how, but okay. All right, that's turned off. I prefer non-shedding dogs for myself, but I love any kind of dog for my friends. I can play with them, but not vacuum up after them. I gave a thumbs up yesterday when I hit the bell to remind me. I did actually set this up yesterday, didn't I? Oh, but yesterday it was a different topic. We got a new topic today. And look at that. Somebody must have shared out because we just got like 10 viewers. Is Melvin here? Oh, yeah. Quantum Star Aquatics. What's going on, buddy? Hairless cat. Oh, hairless cats are freaky looking. Ugh. A hairless... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Did John go for a 2 or 1 arowana? I'm going to go 2. All right, so what's coming up on Steenfott Aquatics? What's changing? One, the store, for one, is not happening. So, at least right now. The store got put on hold. I did go and look at places. I found a place, but then something happened today that kind of put that on the back burner. Their grease feeling, though. Yeah. Ugh. I accidentally bought a 40 breeder. Going to try breeding Corys. Any suggestions on what kind? Well, Flynn, you work at a fish store. So, if I were you, I would find out which one of your Corridoras sell the most. And I'm not saying the store is not going to happen. It's only got delayed by a month. And here's why. Actually got... So I have the next month off of work, essentially. He's opening a public aquarium. I'm hoping that my store would be like a public aquarium. But anyways, so I got a month off of work. And we're going to be using this time for YouTube. Not for building stores, but for YouTube. So what does that mean? That means, Scott, what's going on, buddy? So that means the schedule is changing, for one. So you notice it's 5 p.m. So we're back to streaming at 5 p.m. on Mondays, at least for the next month. So this one and then the next 4. Also, video schedules. We're going to be going to 3 videos a week since I'm not working for a month. I've got time. So we're going to do 3 videos a week. We're going to also do 3 live streams. Did I mention that? So live streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And then Sunday, nothing. Sunday is the day to relax. Once we get through this month, then we'll be see, I had like this whole plan on for building the store out while I was working. So I had basically income to build the store out. Yeah. So okay, I'll just tell you guys the whole story. Last September or whatever, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I tore my rotator cuff at the gym, right? And it just hasn't gotten better. It's like 80, 85%, And it's 100% a lot of the times, but when I do like physical stuff, then it just kills my shoulder for a couple weeks, right? So I went to the doctor, and they put restrictions as far as what I can do. And my restrictions are I cannot pull or push 100 pounds or more for more than 4 hours a day, right? So if I'm pushing or pulling 100 pounds, once I hit 4 hours, I got to stop. Now, apparently that's too many restrictions for my work. They don't do it. So this happened last Friday, and I didn't even know. Like, I showed up to work today, and they were like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I don't know. When I left on Thursday, I still had a job here." So I was like, "What are you talking about?" And my manager was like, "Well, we got a letter from HR saying you're going to be gone for a month." I'm like, "What?" Actually, it's an indefinite amount of time. I'm just saying a month because that's when I go and see the next doctor is in a month. So it could be longer, really. And that's the reason why I'm not going to start shelling out a ton of money on the store, because I don't know, like, there's too many variables right now, if that makes sense. So anyways, they couldn't work with me on those restrictions, so they're like, "Peace out of here. You can come back when the doctor's cleared you at 100%. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Orion, it is not paid time off. It is FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act. So it's not even short term. It's just unpaid, at least a month, which is all right, because now I have time for YouTube. And see, when stuff like this happens, like if I would have known about this, that's one thing. I would have the weekend to prepare. But I just walk into work, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And they're looking at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It was kind of funny. So going a month without income, it's really not a big deal. Like going, realistically, I could quit and not have a problem. But as far as like starting to dump money into a store, like my plan was to build a store on my days off and after work, which obviously it kind of throws some wrenches into the fire, the plan. I don't know what that saying is, but I didn't know your job involved the moving stuff, though. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, so some of the stuff I move is like 350 pounds. Although I've worked there for 4 years, and I don't know that I've done it 4 hours continuously, like ever in my life. So apparently it's just the policy of my work. They don't offer modified or light duty at all. So, and 100 pounds, that's a lot. 100 pounds is a lot of weight. But you know what? We take this month, possibly longer, and we just focus on YouTube. And we grow this channel. We grow our subscribers. We grow our members. We grow our viewers, our lurkers, everything. And so that's what we're going to do. And so it kind of like my thought process through this whole thing, like open a store or full-time YouTube, open a store. See, I could open a store and do like part-time YouTube. Ideally, though, like just full-time YouTube is far better than opening a fish store. So if we can like really take this month to see like what kind of views and subscribers we can get, that's like having a whole month to do that. That's a lot of data to work with. Like I'll be able to analyze that and be like, after a month, I'll know. After like the next 30 days, I'll know if YouTube is viable, like without a doubt. So that's what we're going to use this month for. I've already got tomorrow's video out, and I'm not saying they're going to be good videos, but it's going to be content. Like I just made a quick video of my 240 gallon that I haven't shown on the channel in forever. And what I did is yesterday when I was doing my water change, this is how I do my projects. Like I'll go in to do a water change, and then I'll be looking around, and I'll be like, I wonder if I can move this. So I moved my 240 gallon. I only moved it about 3 feet. For anyone who remembers, the 240 gallon was off the wall about 3 feet because there were shelvings and shelves and racks behind it. So like I was able to get behind there and take all of that stuff down. And at that point, I'm like, well, I might as well just move it now. And so I emptied it not all the way, about to 3 inches. I kept the fish, kept the water, kept the substrate, and the sump was still in there, the 135 gallon sump. And with me and a couple friends, we were able to move it. Not a good idea. Do not move tanks, all right? Do not move tanks with any amount of water or substrate. But it's, you know what? You kind of weigh the pros and cons of doing something like that. And, yeah, so let's fix this. There we go. Anyways, it's an acrylic tank. They're basically bulletproof. And so I thought it'd be all right. And so far it's been all right. And it's in the garage. So if it leaks, if this tank leaks, it's not that big a deal because it's in the garage. So yeah, off work, you can't move 100 pounds, moves 240 gallon aquarium, seems legit. I had help, all right? I did have help. I had multiple people here yesterday, and it definitely wasn't 100 pounds. Like, we had one person on each corner, so it's not a big deal. Way more concerned about, you know, the seams. But again, it's acrylic. They're bulletproof, not too worried about it. And everything worked out all right, except I lost 2 roseline sharks, which really kind of pisses me off. They jumped out. I didn't notice that they had jumped out during all of this, and I'm assuming they jumped out after I moved it and was filling it back up, because that's basically the only opportunity they had. I was filling it up with my faucet, which takes forever. So I put my Python in there, and I walked away. And then in that time, I'm sure they jumped out by the time I reached the top. So, you know, acrylic tank 60 busted on me full of water, says Aqua Balls. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm definitely not saying it can't happen. But, honestly, I mean, this tank is kind of sketchy, too. Like, the 300-gallon acrylic that's up at my parents' house, like, that's a 1-inch acrylic. This 240-gallon is like, I don't know, it's like an 1/8 inch acrylic, I swear. Like, it's all, like, bowed out. Even the top is bowed out. It's crazy. But, you know what? I'm going to be here for the next 30 days. So if something happens, I'm going to know about it. And I'm going to be able to save little Steen. And now, so I took everything out. So the whole thing was covered in blue-green algae. And so everything's gone. So I've got a fresh 240-gallon tank to, except the substrate, a fresh 240-gallon tank to rescape. And that should be fun. Bob, I asked you on one of the Friday streams if I should take a job I knew wasn't going to like. I took it. Turns out I was correct and I hate it, but turns out I was correct and I hate it, honestly, but it is what it is. Well, I think I said then, just like I'll say now. If you need the money, then you have to work a job that you don't like. Bentley Pasco says I could use a 300-gallon tank. I'd sell it for the right price, but you wouldn't like my price. I moved 8 10-gallon aquariums with substrate and 1/3 full of water. I've been watching for drippy drips. Yes, I did that with a 55-gallon. I moved that one by myself with about 4 inches of water and substrate. And that hurt. That was probably 3-4 years ago. That was painful. I also, that tank that leaked, the 75-gallon, I also moved that by myself and put it up on the stand by myself, but it was empty. And maybe something kind of tweaked there. I don't know. I honestly think it was the earthquake, though. Anyways, I've been ignoring chat. Let me take a look. How you doing, Ron? When are you streaming again? You know, I cracked that. I moved a few tanks. You said earlier, okay, 8 down. Bob asked you on Friday's stream, okay. Oh, I guess I'm not really missing much. Totally agree with you. I don't like it, but it is just what I have to do right now. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, you gotta pay your dues. I've worked tons of jobs that I hate, but I didn't really have a choice. Now I can be way more selective. So the thing is, as long as you're working to that point, right? As long as you're working towards a goal or working towards something, some type of, not end game. You should never really have an end game. You should always be, striving to accomplish more. But, it's like, you got to put in the work at a job you hate and then do the work for something you love on your time off. Do you have substrate in the tank behind you? No, this is a bottomless tank. Moved a 15-gallon completely empty yesterday. Noticed a small drip this AM. Hope it was a spill, not a leak. Probably a spill. I mean, yeah, unless you really tweaked it. But if it's a 15-gallon tall, it's pretty hard to tweak those. If it's a 20 long, it's a little easier to tweak them, but it still takes some talent. How long have you been in it? What do you mean? Scottish Aquatic says, let's get you a fish store, Bob. Eventually, like, I still want to do a fish store. Don't get me wrong. Now, obviously, if YouTube can allow me and my dogs and my animals to live comfortably and not have to deal with the headache of a fish store, then I'm going to do that. But we'll see. This next month is going to be really interesting, and I'm sure I'll miss some videos, but I'm hoping I won't. Like, I have so much time that if I miss a video, and this next month, if I like miss a video, then I know YouTube is not for me, right? Then it's just something that's a hobby. It's something to do for fun. Because really, I have nothing to do. Well, I mean, I have stuff to do, but you guys know what I mean. I mean, I just freed up 40 hours a week. So, Cody says, your parents have a 300-gallon. No, my parents have my 300-gallon empty in their shop because I don't have anywhere to store it here. Like, my garage is so full of empty tanks that when I took that 300-gallon, I didn't have a place to put it. But it was such a good deal, like, I had to get it. I'm a hoarder, what can I say? Priscilla's here. Hello, Priscilla. In other news, I did buy my first Jack Dempsey last weekend. A staple in the hobby. Just a very small juvenile, but he's got a 65-gallon tank. Only other tank mates are snails and a pleco. He's probably loving life. Snohomish and Skagit counties desperately need an LFS. Yep. And I still think it would be fun. Here's the difference. Like, I don't know why I just did that. You guys can't see. So if I was to open a fish store while I still had a job and did YouTube, there's like no pressure. It's like whatever. I can get the whole store built while I'm working. Blah blah blah. Once I'm ready to open, then I can quit and I'm good to go. I don't even know where I was going with this, but I feel like in that scenario, like owning a fish store would be fun. But if I like quit my job right now and then tried to build out the fish store, that doesn't seem like very much fun to me. I don't know why. It just doesn't. The Cove says that's a pretty background, Bob. Yes, this is Jimmy's tank. Swisky Jimmy. I've got an empty 125 in my parents' garage. They hate me. Yeah, I think my parents forgot about it. And honestly, I forgot about it for a really long time. Like, I bought it probably a year ago. And then I forgot about it for a long time. And one day, they have a shop that's not complete. So it's like complete, but it doesn't have the doors and it doesn't have any type of flooring, so it's just dirt. But it's one of these huge garages that are for like boats and campers and things like that. And I always go in there and like snoop around for like alligator lizards and stuff. And I was in there and I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that because it's covered in blankets. I completely forgot about it for the longest time. Ron Friday Fish Fact says, Bob, I can store your 300-gallon for free if you like. I'm sure. Yeah, let's do an updated tour, Bob. I have like 5 to 6 new tanks since you were here last. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, we can come check it out. Now you can ship fish and isopods. Well, I can ship isopods. That's true. I don't really have any fish to ship though. Like, I don't have any wholesale. I only have wholesale accounts for plants, and they're not even that great. So I don't think I've bought plants wholesale in like a year and a half. I've had this wholesale account. I think I have 2 wholesale accounts, and I've had them since way before YouTube. So my wife came in the basement one day, and there was a 210-gallon setup and running. That's how you do it. Did Corey advise you to try YouTube first before you open a fish store? Nope. When you have so many tanks, you forget about a 300-gallon. Yeah. First world problems. No. YouTube just makes the most sense. So here's the thing. Like, if I open the fish store, then however long my lease is, I'm locked in. I can't do anything. If I can make it on YouTube, then I can travel, which is huge. Like, honestly, that's like the biggest downfall or like the biggest setback in my mind about opening a store is not being able to travel. And well, at least for a few years, like it would take a lot of time before I could step away from the store and let somebody else, run it for a couple days while I was gone. So that's like the biggest, I guess, hang up in my mind right now. Bob, would you want me to ship you some Delaware Isopods? They are gray. That's about all I can tell you about them. It's probably the same ones I have here, Chris. Probably the same one. And I'm getting some. I should probably check my messages. Let me check real quick. Because I'm supposed to be getting some this week, I believe. Maybe not. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. RJ Riz says, film building your LFS. Yeah, absolutely. Like, if I do it, it's all going to be documented. Excuse me. It's definitely going to be all documented. There'll be all kinds of videos. I mean, if I was building a fish store, that's probably the only videos you would see on my channel for a while. Oh, what's time off? Exactly. Most LFS owners can't do it. Can't do what? Like travel? Yeah. Also, I walked into my LFS and the owner said one of the workers quit and he wanted to know if I can come over 1 day a week. Discounts, here I come. There you go. There you go. JH Aquatics, Joseph says, are you into breeding for profit? No. Nope. I tore down like my guppy tank that I was doing that. As soon as my LFS shut down, then I quit producing guppies because I don't want to ship, and it's too. I don't even know what I'm going to do when I break down my pond, because now I have a pond full of guppies, and that reminds me, I got new fish last weekend at Petco. Neon Rosy Barbs. So I've heard of Rosy Barbs, I've heard of longfin Rosy Barbs, but I have never in my life heard of Neon Rosy Barbs. Obviously, I've never seen them either, and when I saw them, I was like, what is that? Like, they look so cool. And now they're in my pond, and I'm never going to see them again, but I can see the tops of them. They're neon, whereas like just my regular longfin Rosy Barbs, you can't really see them until they come all the way to the surface. The neons, I probably should have videoed it. I didn't take a video of them. Yeah, because I fail at YouTube. But I might go back into Petco tomorrow and film them in the tank there so you guys can see what they look like. There are no local fish stores within 1.5 hours of me, thinking there's probably a reason. I'm guessing demand, maybe. It is a dying industry, a dying like niche store. But I think it's because people don't know what they're doing. I think I've said this a couple times now. It's like you get people that like fish and people that think, oh, I want to open my own store. And they might be the greatest fish keepers. They might be the greatest breeders. But they don't know anything about retail. And that's why these shops are getting shut down, in my opinion. Like, I've seen the margins. I've seen all of it. And really... I mean, unless you have like a catastrophic life event, there should be no reason why a fish store can't make it. I mean, either you pick like the worst location. I don't know. I want to see the Neon Rosy Barbs. Video of them, please. Shelby Ray. Fortunately, they're in the pond, so it's going to be hard to get like a really good look at them. Hopefully, they still have some at Petco. I'm going to stop in there tomorrow after physical therapy. Can't do what the cove. There's no local fish stores. Okay, I want to see. Yeah, I heard somewhere that you needed some male guppies. Need versus want. So I do need. My pond still only has one male guppy, and that dude is probably so worn out right now with all them women in there. Whew, can't even imagine. A little over my first year in business. My first employee started today. It was a big deal. Still no time off in the foreseeable future. That's pretty exciting, though, right? That's really exciting. And for me, it's like not even an issue of having an employee, because like so many people have been like, if you own a fish store, I'll come work for you for free. And you can't really have volunteers. That's not how it works. For you to, like, I know there's people that wouldn't screw me over, but I know, like, I don't know, if someone is volunteering to come in on a Saturday, but then Sunday they had a little too much to drink, you think they're going to wake up Saturday with a hangover and be like, let's see, do I want to sleep some more, or do I want to go work for free for basically nothing? Like, what am I going to get out of that? Nothing. Maybe I'm just going to sleep. Screw it. And that's why you can't have volunteers, because at some point, something's going to come up that's more important than working for free. And yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's less serious fish keepers. Many people just get bowls for their bettas or something. I nearly got fired from my last job for refusing to sell a 5-year-old tiny bowl for goldfish. That's terrible. A lot of it is when Walmart competes with the small market stores, and but Walmart's not competing with local fish stores. Like, if you're a local fish store and you're going out of business because a Walmart is selling fish, that's not the reason you're going out of business. The reason is you're terrible. I mean, that's it. If you're letting Walmart put you out of business, if Walmart is putting you out, that doesn't even make sense to me. There's no way Walmart is putting out a business, or is putting a local fish store out of business. Just no way. No way. Someone doesn't go into Walmart and then go into a local fish store and then be like, oh, let me go back to Walmart. No, not happening. One time our aquarium society had its own store, but that was in the 60s. See, that seems kind of cool. That seems kind of fun. It seems like a nightmare logistically, but the idea of it seems kind of fun. Yeah, Walmart is getting rid of their fish in all their stores, but they never own the fish in their store. So all those fish cubicles, all the fish stuff was leased, and it was a different company that was in charge of the fish at Walmart. So Walmart had really nothing to do with it. They were just collecting their, besides collecting their monthly rent, it was other companies that were contracted to care and take care of the fish. So I think they finally got sick of the bad reputation and just quit. Walmart up here closes and opens its pet department as soon as a fish... Wait, Walmart up here closes and opens its pet department as soon as a fish store... Bare Bottoms Aquarium is here. I'm back. I couldn't hear you in the car with the windows down on the freeway. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees out. You definitely need your windows open if you don't have AC, or if you're not trying to spend the gas on AC. The break that Walmart receives a bargain basement price. It is run differently up in Canada. Well, that's probably true. That's probably up and true. Or if you're talking about the price of the fish, like, I don't know. I've seen the prices that Walmart pays for their fish. I've seen the prices that local fish stores pay for their fish. It's not that different. A lot of the times it's the same. At least here in my area. But none of the Walmarts by me even sold fish. So I've got like 4 Walmarts in like a 10-mile radius, and none of them sold fish. I don't know about people in the area would rather buy at Walmart, insert other box store here because they don't like being told the right way to do it. Have heard several people say that. What other, like a Petco or PetSmart? But again, like, it's such a small percentage. When you hear these people that fail at fish stores, I think they're just looking for excuses. They're looking for someone to blame instead of taking the responsibility. Instead of, like, if you own a fish store and you're not on social media, you're doing it wrong. And a lot of these places are not on social media. Social media is the future. I mean, if you're not on any business, if you own any business and you're not on social media, you're just going to fail to the first person that opens the same business and is on social media. Like, out of all the fish stores in Washington State, like Aquarium Co-op is obviously on social media, Aquarium Zen, and then like some of the other ones, they're on social media, but you go and look and they haven't even updated it in a year. Like, you're failing. It's not Walmart's fault. It's not Petco. It's not PetSmart. It's you. And unfortunately, a lot of people that own fish stores, they're the older generation that, you know, they're not necessarily technologically savvy is what I was trying to say. And that's just it. That's it. It's the same reason, like, Sears and Toys R Us, they refuses to change to the times, right? Like, why are they not? Why wasn't Toys R Us online a decade before they were online? I mean, you just entered the party too late. It's no one's fault but your own. Social media is free marketing and built my business. Yes. Need PetSmart to stop fish. Next, they are horrible. Yeah, I used to have a really, really, really good PetSmart, and I don't know if like the person that manages the fish department no longer works there, but it's been really disappointing the last couple times I've been in there. I actually went there to buy Rosy bars because they're only $2.79 and they're $4 at Petco, but man, it's bad. It's bad. Hey, Test Art Mania, how you doing? Can't stay long, just a quick thumbs up. Thank you. It drives me nuts when stores have their website, but you still have to phone call to find out info. I'm right there with you. As far as like fish, I would never put my quantity of fish. Like when I open a fish store, I would never put the quantity of fish, but I would definitely be on social media. And there's like product that I would sell that I would have on my website. But it wouldn't be fish. So there's really no need for inventory. But I honestly was thinking, like, do I even have a phone? Like, I can't even remember the last time I called a business that wasn't a prank call. Like, when was the last time I actually called a business? I don't know. But if you don't have a phone, that's like $50 a month it saves you. So do I really need the phone? Probably not. I mean, chances are, if you call me on the phone, I'm just going to look at it and be like, ugh. But if you send me like a message or an email, I'm going to be like, okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't know. If a company has an email address, they should expect to answer it. Yeah, absolutely. Friday Fishback says, totally agree with you on social media. Yeah, it's the future. It just is. If you have a business and you're not on social media, you're going to go out of business. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Nothing much. Peter just chilling with the fish fam. Melvin. Who did I miss? I must have missed something. Someone. Oh, there we go. Bob Guppy. Hello. That wasn't a prank call. I mean, really. That's the only reason you call people now is for prank calls. I don't even know when the last. Let me look at my phone. I mean, I text a lot, but as far as phone calls, let me look at my history here. Yeah, I haven't called anyone since Roman Atwood last Friday. If you guys were on my stream last Friday, Roman Atwood sent me a page to see how my fish tank was doing, so I called him back after the stream. That's the last time I even like used my phone. Before that, I don't even know. If my LFS had an updated Facebook page, they'd have much more business. I live 40 miles away. Seeing new stock would get me over there more often. Yeah, why aren't they posting their stock? I mean, at least Aquarium, well, not so much anymore. Aquarium Co-op unboxing videos, I'm pretty sure like a month behind. So, but still, like if you go to their actual business page, they post updates. Like, why don't people do that? It's amazing to me. It's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. It's mind-boggling. It's like one of those things that's like, it's so easy. It costs you nothing, and it's so much comes from social media. I don't know. I could just rant and get pissed off forever about that, but stupid. I need a member. Sydney, anyone? We got a new high five emoji. I need someone to try it out. I don't know how to do it, but if someone could give me a high five, I'd appreciate it. It's like they live in 2001. Yep, the closest local fish store to me is 30 miles away. So yeah, if you think about it, like, yeah, you have your bread and butter fish. You probably don't need to post those. But if you get a cool fish in, like, you post them on your Facebook page and people will come and see you. And the nice thing, there it is, high five, all right. Oh, I don't like that it has the white, though. That's supposed to be a PNG without the white. But high fives. There's a fish store around that only communicates its annual sale via mail. Yeah, they're just not going to last. They're not going to last. Oh. Here comes all the high fives. Don't be afraid to use those high fives. High five to you too, Mike. Oh, Barbara Jackson, high five. It's so easy. So easy. What's the weirdest question any customer ever asked you? Hmm. Okay, I got a story for you. I don't know if I've ever told this story on my live stream, but this is back when I worked at Circuit City, so we're going back like 50, 60 years. I don't even, most of you people probably don't even know what Circuit City is. So I worked in the car audio department, and we get a call like they have like codes on the intercom, right? And we get a call like, can Mr. Somebody come to the front counter? And that means like, if you're not with a customer, shit's going down at the front counter. Sorry for my language. And we need everyone up there. And of course, I run up there, and there's this guy. He's yelling and screaming, trying to return his DVD player, right? And they're like, sir, you didn't buy it here. We can't return it if you didn't buy it here. And he's just cussing and swearing and just absolutely insisting that he bought it there. And so at this point, like I got to stand next to him just to make sure he doesn't do something stupid. And this goes on for like 10 minutes, and I'm just standing there trying not to laugh. And finally, this dude, and it's a brand that we don't even sell. So that's, for one, how we know he didn't buy it from Circuit City, because we don't even sell the brand. But he didn't care. He refused to acknowledge that. He said that we got rid of the brand after he bought it, and which is ridiculous. So he grabs his DVD player, throws it on the ground, and starts smashing it with his foot. And then we're like, what is this guy doing? And then he looks around, and here's the question. Okay, here's the question. You asked the question. He said, now how do you explain that? Like, he looks right at me, and he says, how do you explain that? And I'm like, I don't know, sir. I'm not a psychologist. And woo! Boy, did that set him off. Well, we finally got him out of there. But that's definitely one of the weirdest questions that I've ever been asked. Is that not Radio Shack? No. Best Buy bought Radio Shack. Circuit City was long gone. Circuit City put Future Shop out of business, and then Best Buy put Circuit City out of business. Sad day when Circuit City closed. Yeah. Again, it was a company that didn't change with the times. They just refused to change their business model. And if you notice, like, Best Buy almost went out of business. They were very close, but they had a CEO that was embezzling money, so that didn't help. But once they got rid of him, they went like all in on the internet, all in on their website, and now, Best Buy is a powerhouse again. When you open your store, are you breeding and selling your own trout goods, or would you credit me for mine? I would definitely give you store credit. So I don't know, like, if I open a store, it's going to be some time before. So I'm not going to take fish for credit, for one. Like, if you want to bring me fish you don't want anymore, that's fine. But I'm not going to do like fish on credit or trade or any of that. I will buy from local breeders. So essentially you're going to get credit. But I don't want an environment where people can just bring me their fish, like their random fish, and think they're going to get, in-store credit, because it's just not going to happen. If you're like a legit breeder, I will buy fish from you. But that's it. Wait, you're opening a Circuit City? So a Canadian company bought Circuit City, and then they opened up circuitcity.com, but I don't remember what happened after that. So would your place be a model of co-op? What would be different from it? Well, obviously we would have like the same bread and butter, but we're always going to have different fish. It's two different people ordering it. And honestly, like, aquarium co-ops, that's the standard. So if you're going to open a fish store, my advice would be to copy aquarium co-op. Like, you have the blueprint. It's all laid out there. It's just copy successful people. If you want to be successful, you hang around successful people. It's just the way it is. If you want to be a loser, go be friends with a bunch of losers. Radio Shack was great to pick up electronic parts back in the day. Once they stopped that service, I knew they were going to go dead, and then they sold it. Would you have a QT room like Aquarium Co-op does? Yes, that would be the idea. Kind of depends on the location, on if that's plausible, but I don't know that I would pick a location that didn't have like a quarantine room. I found a place that's like my dream layout. 1,700 square feet, so pretty big, but it's like split into two different rooms, and there's two different entrances, and then there's like two pretty good sized offices. One would be my office, and one would be like the quarantine room. But you'd only have to build, so obviously 1,700 square feet is a ton of overhead, but you wouldn't have to build it out since it's in two sections. Like one could be inventory, back inventory, something, I don't know. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, so you could just build out one half, and then, God willing, everything works out. And then the other half I'll build out for reptiles and amphibians. I don't know. Gets a copy of Corey's business invoices, employees. And don't think I haven't been talking to Corey. I mean, we were up till pretty, I think 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, we were just up anyways, but going back and forth about, what to do, advice, things like that. So I don't think I'm not talking to him, obviously. I mean, that's an invaluable resource. You should only hire robots. Nope. No T2000s for me, thank you very much. I like the CB, but sold it back before. I want to get like my ham radio operator's license. I think that would be so much fun. It's on the list of things to do. And I think that would be super fun. And then, once we have our big earthquake here, I'm probably going to want one anyways. I mean, it's probably going to happen in my lifetime. I mean, we've got 60 more years, and it's been like 60 some years since the last big earthquake, so we're due for sure. Chewy says, what percentage of sales do you think your business is going to be selling pet supplies? Very low percentage, because I'm going to carry very low amounts of inventory. Like very low amounts. There's no way that I can compete with Amazon prices. So I'll have stuff for like emergencies for people that can't wait a day. I'll have like just a couple filters, a couple heaters. I probably won't have any aquariums because that's just a waste of space. Maybe some like specialty like package aquariums or something, but I wouldn't have aquariums. I would be able to special order though. So people that would want to special order, I would be able to special order any Aqueon aquarium. Except for the 33 gallon long or the 40 gallon long. For some reason, this region does not carry the 40 gallon long. It's so frustrating. But I would definitely have like lots of fish food, frozen food, live food, that kind of stuff. I would have a lot of stuff or a lot of product in. But as far as like filters and things like that, no, they just take up space. Do you think it would be smart to buy leopard frog plecos as a breed for profit? The price will only skyrocket when imports aren't allowed anymore. I don't know. I think outside of bushy nose plecos, breeding plecos is not going to be very profitable. So even if you get like a zebra pleco breeding, I don't know that you're going to be able to produce enough of them and sell at a high enough amount that it makes it really profitable, like game-changing money. I don't think so. Is it going to be profitable? Yeah. But I think it's something that you do for fun and you make a little extra money for. So it really depends on what you mean by profit. A lot of people think profit and they think like Joey's video where he made $20,000 in a month breeding discus. That's not gonna happen. Hey Bob, my dad has been a ham operator since the 70s. I could get some info for you if you'd like. I mean, I'd love to do it. It's probably not the time for me to be spending a ton of money on ham radios though. That's the only problem. When we lost cell service for 1.5 something, I wanted carrier pigeons so bad. My husband finally saw the gold in that idea. Hey Bob, okay, you gotta come do a reconnaissance tour of LFS down here. We have some really nice ones. Yeah, I need to make it down there. Like, I've been pretty wishy-washy. I've been like 80% sure that I'm not gonna go to Aquashella, and now I'm 100% sure. But meds, Bob, emergency. Oh yeah. So like the meds kind of goes with food. That stuff. Like, I would definitely have meds. I would have test kits, because that's just something I'll need anyways. No Amazon, no Walmart. Both just feel immoral. There's still a lot of people that depend on them, and a lot of people that work there. That's why, like, so I worked retail for like 10 years. And so when people get all butthurt that Walmart is open on Thanksgiving, and they think, oh, the employees should be spending time with their families. Oh, Walmart, you're this evil draconian empire forcing your employees to work on Thanksgiving. That's generally not how it goes. So I worked at big box stores over the holidays, and they always ask. They look for volunteers because people want to work the holidays. People want to work that double time, time and a half, whatever that company's paying. People want to work there. So every year when I see these people get butthurt, I'm just like, get over it. And yeah, not everyone wants to, but a large majority of them wants to. If you're looking to try and breed a pleco other than bristlenose, try L333, L260s, or L398. I mean, really the specialty plecos, if you're willing to ship, then you could do it. A 20,000 in 1 month breeding discus is total BS. It takes 6 months to grow to the minimum sale size. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't 20,000. I have no idea. It's been like 10 years since I've seen that video. It was just like an example. Melvin says, good to see you, Bob. Good to see you too, my friend. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday, says Mr. Fax Machine. Man, this stream just blew by, and we are at 160 people. That's insane. And what are you chewing on? Okay, you're allowed to chew on that. Get gills and aquabid all the way. I'm a pharmacist with Walmart. I get nothing special for working a holiday, and I do not want to work one. I have no choice. You have no idea. Yeah, like I said, not everyone wants to, but I know, like, I don't know, what state are you in? Because I know the Walmart right next to me. I know they get time and a half. Mike says it was 20,000, but he fibs. I don't know. I don't know anything about discus because they are worthless in my area. Discus are absolutely worthless. Like, I always feel bad when I see someone locally like, oh, I'm setting up to breed discus and I'm going to breed all these discus, and they put all this time and money into it just to find out that, hey, oh, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, if you're management, then, yeah, you're boned. Guy says, when I worked at Best Buy, we got double pay on holidays. Yep. Yeah, like salary and management. Yeah, you're boned. You're boned. I got nothing for you except that you're screwed. But yes, oh man, yeah, breeding discus here, which is really weird to me because we have like the perfect discus water in Seattle, but they're just not popular here. Nobody wants them. And it's unfortunate. I see all these people, like one guy out here had like a whole garage full of them, and by the time it was done, he was like trying to sell them for $5 each. I'm like, man, that's rough. It's rough. Same thing with angelfish. Angelfish is another one that I mean, they're super easy to breed and they're everywhere, and they're already so cheap wholesale. Like, just your standard angelfish, they're cheap. They're cheap. I've been water changing and listening. Had to comment on Walmart. Yeah, like I said, it's not everyone. It's not everyone. What's the most popular fish store out there? What's the most popular fish out there? Community fish, guppies by far. Here in the Seattle area, it's guppies, endlers, and shrimp. Like those are what sell. Like, if you want to know what's popular in your area, you have to go to your local, like your local clubs, and see what sells in auctions. Like I brought like super rare fish that are amazing and awesome, and they sell for like $1. And then I bring like a 12-pack of red Neos, and they sell for like $40. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? You told me once that rhino plecos sell for a couple dollars there. They're $20 for small ones. Yeah, here they're like $4.99. If you're talking about the rubber lip. If you're talking about the rubber lip. Is that the same thing? That's maybe we're not talking about the same thing. Angelfish went crazy at our last auction. A pair was selling for $100. I almost went to PetSmart and bought some. So is it like a proven pair? So a lot of people will go crazy on proven pairs because they think they're going to breed them and make a lot of money. So you can get some money out of that stuff. Angelfish, okay, what's popular is cheap, but at least they sell fast. I'm a Walmart associate and I don't get time and a half. Walmart did away with time and a half and no longer offer holiday pay. All right, well, I stand corrected. Walmart is the devil. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to be wrong. Walmart is the devil. Rhinos are same. A lot of that's state law too, though. A lot of it's state law. There are some states that probably still do it. I don't know. Apparently I'm wrong, though. Like Tanganyikan cichlid is what my LFS is asking for. I took in 60 Tanganyikan cichlids, 3 species each. That's interesting because I have never been anywhere where Lake Tanganyikan fish are popular. Walmart and foosball? What? Rhinos are the same genus as sailfins. Oh. Yeah. So, yep. So rhino plecos, but they're still cheap here. They're still cheap. Like sailfin plecos are like common plecos. Yep. Up to the state wage board and hour board. Yeah, I mean, I'll look into it. Now I'm kind of curious, but it's lucrative to have a breeding pair of ocelotus. Yes, those sell pretty well. Crystal, hello. You're just in time for the end of the stream. Although I will say, since we started talking about Walmart, our viewers are now up to 160. Maybe we keep talking about Walmart. High quality H2O. I don't know that I've ever worked a retail store that didn't pay extra on holidays in Washington State. I don't know if there's anyone at Washington State that works at big box stores. Maybe we can find out. I'm about to go online sales for bushy nose. I produce way more than my local buyers can sell. I have over 200 3-inch fish and at least that many under 2 inches. Yeah, that's the problem. T Frakes tanks ice pick in the house. Inside joke. Apparently my new name is Ice Pick. I can say that pestos seem to sell very well at my local club. That's a good avenue if you want to breed for profit. Join the club and take them to the auctions and offer to members. Pestos always do well. Any retail on salary sucks. For that, I would have to disagree. I've been paid 9 hours to 10 hours for someone with 10 years experience in retail. So I think it depends. It really depends. I would not take a retail job that was salary unless it was like store management. Because I know like Kohl's out here, if you're a store manager at Kohl's out here, you're making some pretty good loot. Some pretty decent loot. But yeah, otherwise, like, there's no way I would take a salary position in retail outside of that. No way. Killifish are pretty popular at my club right now. Yeah, they're pretty specialized. I don't know if it's something you could breed for profit. At least I've never heard of it for killifish. All right, let's see. We are at 6:01. That has been an hour. We actually reached 163 people somehow, which is insane. So thank you. We had a couple super chatters, but again, obviously I'm going to thank Chris because I know he was one. And who was the other? Aquatic Ma. How could I forget? Aquatic Ma. So thank you for the super chat. Yes, Brandon backing me up here. I finally got someone on my back. I work retail management, including bonuses. You can make anywhere from 60 to 100K a year. Yeah, 6 figures in retail management. That's not bad. That's not bad. Richard says, what are active clubs in the Seattle area? The Greater Seattle Aquarium Society and the Northern. Oh my God, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. The Northern Seattle Aquarium Society, Northern something Aquarium. Oh my gosh, I'm totally drawing a blank right now. Thanks for the retail rants. Yeah, if you ever want like good stories about people, talk to people that worked retail. Yep. Aquarium Co-op is not a club. Did he ask for stores or clubs? I stick to making minimum wage and 200 to 300 in tips a day. That's not bad. That's not bad. So anyways, get the store going. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Deb. Oh, a lurker has commented. All right. Again, thank you, everyone. So, I don't think I said the times, but okay, we'll recap real quick. We're live streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Wednesday and Friday will both be in the mornings. Monday will still be 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you, everyone, for showing up and sticking around. I really appreciate it. It's super awesome that we're getting this many people in the live streams lately. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will hopefully see you all Wednesday morning. Thank you. It's been a pleasure working in the public is always an adventure. Yeah, tell me about it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, night all. No. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday's off. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, that's all I got.